is it, the ultimate game in this college football season. Two teams that have battled through a long regular season, thrived in this 12-team playoff bracket, overcoming adversity along the way. And now, two teams battle for that gold championship trophy in the building here tonight. Which side will have their dreams come true? Welcome to Caesars Superdome, home of the Saints, right here in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the SMU Mustangs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. You thought about returning it, but instead... Takes a knee, it'll be a touchback, and he'll start at the 25. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Toss play to the outside. Fighting off the defender. First down and more. He's still running. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Boy, nice call here to start this national championship game off with a physical run. I think this offensive line has been a strength all year long, and here they get this game started the right way.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
What makes a really good counter play is selling it to the defense. So you're going to go one way and then handing it off in the opposite direction. But if you don't sell it, you're just giving the defense more time to see what's going on. They can come up and make the tackle, just like you saw there.
Wide open downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The Mustangs with 1st and 10 here. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Caught by the receiver. And we're able to get him down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. And the completion made. And the Mustangs pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the 3rd down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball and give you a chance at a 1st down. There's another example of it right there.
Ball down at the 33-yard line. Second down.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Looking to set up a screen pass here. When they bring him down, Blanca's not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
Well, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
Oh, my gosh. They go for the big play, and they drop. Boy, that hurts, and it hurts their momentum, and a chance at a big play.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, the pass is picked off. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, a costly mistake here by the quarterback. Forces that ball into coverage, and the defense comes up with the interception. Hate to see the game start off like this for this offense.
The offense now operating in empty. They open the championship game with a pass. Aggressive call on the opening play. The ball is picked off. Could take it all the way. He's at the 50. Across the 40. They'll finally bring him down, but what a play, the takeaway, and a huge gain on the return.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Moves out of the pocket. Oh, yes. Both run tackle, but couldn't escape. Dropped for a sack.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to that.
The Mustangs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. I fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short on the sticks.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. He escapes the pocket. On the run here. Lets it go. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
And the Mustangs will look to convert here on fourth down. Trying for a fourth down completion. Complete with a running back. Can he get first down yardage? Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now first and goal. The Mustangs pick up enough yardage for a first down. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Let's see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. On the move now. He throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up third down.
That's a smart heads-up play to me by the quarterback. Would rather throw it in the stands than a tight throw leading to a potential turnover. Wonder what they'll have dialed up here on this third down.
And that one is incomplete in the end zone.
But what was the quarterback thinking here? You're inside the 10-yard line. You got a chance to put points up on the board. You can't just randomly throw the ball into coverage like this.
So fourth down now from the 3. They'll go for it. Can the defense rise up for a big stop? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Complete to the running back on this fourth down play. Touchdown, Mustangs! They strike first in this national title bout.
Now this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. Nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. That completion makes it second and short. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Receiver makes the catch. 45, a solid gain.
Nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
He's got it in the open. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! They begin to fight back here in this championship game. That tight end is a matchup nightmare for this defense, Kirk, and they made him pay that time.
This tight end is so dangerous, and he's trying to remind his quarterback, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Receivers are getting most of the attention from this secondary, but I bet now they're going to be a lot more focused on what this guy can do.
After putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
The offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive. Lets it go quickly. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, that completion gets him a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with 3rd down coming up.
They were handed great starting field position, but now it's 3rd and 10. They have to settle for 3. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for 6. No, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. But there is a flag down, so we'll have to check and see what that's about. The penalty backs the defense up even more. Now 1st and goal from the 1. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he will be stuffed for no gain. Dogs will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. No, he's stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Dogs. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. He's going to hand this off. Breaks free. They make the tackle, but that's a great pickup on the ground.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Now you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
2nd down, looking to throw it. It's a short completion of the big tight end. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage here. That's going to bring up a 3rd down play for this offense. And, hey, I know it's the first half, but with the way this defense is playing and the fact that they have a nice lead, this is an important 3rd down to try to convert here.
And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Boy, this quarterback's doing a great job of just managing the...
That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36. So quickly, one explosive play. This offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Finding space at the 20. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Georgia.
Boy, the timing here is essential between the quarterback and the receiver. You got to find that window between the linebackers. He does it. Puts the ball right on the money. And then how about the speed after the catch by the receiver for the touchdown?
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
He gets loose. He's got a first down and more. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play. And the Mustangs line up on 1st and 10 now. They'll try the ground game here with running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a quick grab. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Receiver makes the grab. The Mustangs pick up first down yards to keep the drive going. And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. Man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. He's got the first and still going. End zone ahead. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, SMU. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kurt.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Moves out of the pocket. Oh, and the big fella almost at it. Incomplete, though, brings up third down.
Well, the name of the game for this defense is to pressure this quarterback as often as you can, and that's exactly what they've been able to do here in this first half. It looks like they've got him rattled a bit, as that pass should have been his second interception in the first half alone.
Throws it to the right. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Now, instead of a nice gain, they're going backwards with that penalty call. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Takes a deep shot down the middle. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they don't hit this one, but I love the idea of the offensive coordinator continuing to try to find the hot hand as a receiver. They missed this one, but keep throwing him the football. He's a mismatch against his secondary.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. They're going to run it here. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
To make the tackle, but it's enough for a 1st down. Good call on that screen play. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play. Bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Takes a quick catch. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Oh, they spot a holding call. That'll back him up 10 yards, and they'll try it again. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. And the single back takes the handoff. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about in the first half? This back is having a big day.
He knocks it through with confidence.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Tackle is finally made down at the 11-yard line. Georgia now operating in the red zone. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Still no answer for this offense. Well, the call was sort of predictable.
You get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. The 10. Touchdown, Mustangs. There was no catching him that time.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He escapes the pocket. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him. Bucs come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, you talk about blowing a play up. What a job by this defense. That is a big-time loss from the sack. But look at the offense. They're keeping the tempo going. I'm surprised.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Breaks into the clear. At the 10 now. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. It's a toss to the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Grabbed by the receiver. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a fourth down play now. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Short connection to the tight end here. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
And the Mustangs will have first and 10 here. Hand off to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looks over the middle and that's complete. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Try and muscle for the first down. They stop him behind the line. That's going to set up 4th down and short.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
4th down, looking to throw for it. A deep shot to the left side. Incomplete. A huge 4th down stand by this defense.
Listen, I get it. I know you trust your offense, and maybe this is something you thought about all week in these situations, but when it's on your side of the field like this, you got to give it a second thought, because now your defense is already playing with their backs against the wall.
And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing, they're sitting back in zone, they're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing today.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Quick throw to the left side. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The Bulldogs will look to convert here on 4th down. That pass is caught. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. And they'll use the ground game here. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he finds his tight end for the catch. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
That's another huge game for this guy, and I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. And boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. Looks like he's going to run it. Gets some space around the 30. And they get him down what will be the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Mustangs will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And that one will bounce out. of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. First down, looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Looking deep downfield to the left. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
And now from the pistol formation. Gives it to the back. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Goes to his right side there for the completion. What a catch and run by the junior.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Has it back to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. Strong game by this quarterback.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of him, all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Now the try for 2. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. He's not going to get there. The 2-point try fails. They can't cut into this deficit any further.
And great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the 2-point try.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking to scramble. They'll try a pass here. Looking right. This one caught. And they'll get him down that time.
We're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
Running out of time in the pocket. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. And the player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or then check him out. Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. Receiver in motion now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Crosses the 45. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Moves out of the pocket, trying to get the throw off. And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The Bulldogs look to keep this drive moving. Back to throw again. The tight end has got it, in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. The big tight end would not be denied. What a play. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trying to blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He escapes the pocket. He's looking to scramble. He's stopping out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Throws a stiff one.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Gets rid of it on the move. The receiver makes the catch. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Looks to his left and makes the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And the Mustangs begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. Touchdown, Mustangs! A great catch and run for 6.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Looking to throw it on first down. Finds his target, and it's complete. And the game just good enough for a first down.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
It's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback at that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw. And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure.
Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat. They're back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Handoff to the back. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Going absolutely nowhere after a loss of the play.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this winds up a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. Good for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. They'll run it with the draw play. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Well, nowhere to go on the inside on that draw. Tried to bounce it, Kirk, but nothing doing.
How about the push there from the middle of that interior, that defensive line? As you said, nowhere for him to go, so he's trying to make something out of nothing. And by going out wide, he puts himself at risk of being chased down by the speed of this defense, and that's what we got, a loss for the offense.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Georgia has moved into the red zone. Here comes a handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And here's the handoff. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. On the move now. Using his legs here. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Running back has it on a screen now. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Good job here by the defense on 3rd down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
Offense on the field. They'll go for it on 4th down for a 6th time. 0 for 5 so far. He's looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. It's a 4th down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
This should be the last play of the quarter. On the toss play, runner moving left. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Throwing off play action. Looking to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his third touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
37.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on a fourth down in their end and got stopped. Looks to the left, and it's complete. That's out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
The Mustangs pick up enough yards to get a fresh set of downs.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a two-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball.
Oh, they trap him for a sack. And the Mustangs hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
They'll try to run for the first down. He's going to lose ground on the run, and now it brings up fourth down. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on fourth down. A deep shot to the right. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs.
I love this after a sudden change. You get a big stop by your own defense. You come out with pretty good field position. You take a shot, and it pays off. Boy, what a change in momentum right here.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
37.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Now here he goes. And It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
So here we go, off the huge gain they set up now suddenly in the red zone for 1st and 10. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. And the fullback going nowhere, like they stop him for a loss.
Well, the defense was locked in on that play from the very jump. And the fullback just didn't have any speed to get around anybody. Stuffed the run perfectly.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Looking to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the 2nd half. Running back grabs it on a screen. Finding space at the 20. They make the stop, but not before he gains the 1st down. The screenplay works. Another big play for this offense, but they are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the 4th quarter.
This defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board. Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football in vertical shots to boot.
1st down and 10. Quarterback drops back. He bought some time, now lets it go. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air under that throw.
Hey, I get the passing of football has had a lot to do with you building up this big lead, but at this point in the game, man, take care of your players, get them out of here healthy, run the football, and get out with a win.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10 from the 45. Misses the receiver, incomplete.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Looking deep down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
I'm not really sure why you're stopping the clock here, leading by so much in the 4th quarter. Run the ball, run the clock, and you can walk out of here with a win.
4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
They're still trusting this quarterback to make great throws, and why not? He has had a game you dream about in the national championship. Every throw right on the money. He's had time to make great throws, and he has delivered to be, in my opinion, the MVP.
Deep shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
On the kick, hits off the left upright. It's no good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. QB to the tight end for a completion.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up. The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 38. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Zips it down the middle. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, Chris, it has been tough sledding today for the old man under center. At this point, you just hope he's able to get out of this game healthy.
On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. So 1st and 10. That's a costly mistake by the defense on 4th down. Makes a quick grab. He made the tackle, but this offense has crossed midfield. Set up for the first down at the 47.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He lets it go. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Now, this defense has done such a great job of disrupting the timing with this quarterback and his wide receivers. Sacked him multiple times, consistent pressure, just dominating performance.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. The receiver grabs it. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Bringing pressure. Looking to scramble now. In the clear at the 25. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking to scramble. On the run here. Lets it go. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Working clock with the ground game. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. He could go. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Man, I hate to sit up here and second-guess the play caller, but why would you be throwing the football with the lead and we're under 3 minutes to go in the national championship? Now you give your opponent a real shot to get right back into the game. Yikes.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
What a day for this defense, just living in the backfield of the offense. The game looks like it's all but over at this point, and for them to disrupt this great quarterback all day has been quite an accomplishment.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Pass is broken up. Turnover on down. What a stop.
Well, they just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down late in the game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. This was clearly just not their day.
Here comes the opening play of the drive. We begin from the 33. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Well, this offense has had a great day today. The game is out of reach. I'd be curious to know why the starting quarterback's even still in the game, and why is he throwing the football?
Looking deep downfield to the left. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39. The offense really clicking here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for the wideout. Freshman shows inexperience. Lucky he didn't get intercepted.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch downfield. They finally get him, but a big gain moves the ball to the 10.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. He escapes the pocket. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And their route is on.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
And he knocks through the PAT. So After putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. On the move now. Swarm to the pass rush. A sack. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. And he drops back in the gun. Defense is coming after him. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock. 1st and 10 now for the offense. From the shotgun, drops back. Fires it to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions.